It seems to be helping ungaslight or reverse gaslight citizens within the USA to hear people with different accents calling it what it is, but it's fascism. No matter where you are in the world, it's fascism, and that's what we're all calling it outside of the USA. And if MAGA want to deny that it's fascism, then they are cowardly fascists, but they are fascists nonetheless. You see, these things, such as fascism, have set definitions. There has to be a certain criteria that needs to be met in order for these things to be fascism, and Trump's regime is meeting all of them. Those things are an authoritarian rule, ultra-nationalistic mindset, centralized autocracy, a priority of militarism, forcible suppression of opposition, and the belief in social hierarchy, as well as the subordination of individual interests. Trump is meeting every single one of those categories alongside Elon Musk, the First Lady. Since Trump has come into power, multiple federal laws have been broken. International trade agreements have been broken. International human rights agreements have been broken. He is already starting a military campaign against Canada, calling it the 51st state. He is already trying to rename, or has renamed for the USA alone, the Gulf of Mexico into the Gulf of America. He is already talking about trying to take Greenland by force and ethnic cleanse Palestine. That's ultra-militarism for you, tied in with ultra-nationalism, his obsession with the United States of America and America first. This idea of American exceptionalism has grown into a monster that is beyond control within him. Centralized autocracy, that's what Elon is doing. He's going into these places that he does not have the clearance to go into, taking over and blocking people from being able to go into their workplaces who do have the clearance and the approval of Congress to be in them. It's all there. Every single point. Every single point. A belief in social hierarchy, clearly. I mean, it is all there, the writing is on the wall, and as I say, if MAGA want to deny it, they can deny it all that they want to. That just makes them cowardly fascists, but fascists nonetheless. Definitions are what they are, regardless of your political belief, regardless of your political stance. It doesn't change the dictionary definitions of things. And as we Google fascism now, a picture of the mustache man will come up, but I think that picture is likely to very, very soon change. And I think we're all headed for a very, very rough time of it. America first, of course. Well, the USA first. It's going to get bad. It's going to get really bad, as it always does when fascism raises its ugly head. But we can't juggle definitions and redefine what already exists. And that's something that I want any US citizen who sees this video to understand and hold on to. If you know that this is fascism and you are against it, then hold on to that. That's what the world's calling it. Your national anthem is being booed globally. It is an absolute catastrophic embarrassment. It's a disaster, and it's only going to get worse and worse and worse. I'm not going to gaslight you and tell you that it's going to be fine. I doubt that it will. I think that it's going to be a very, very difficult time that is completely and utterly unpredictable. I would not even go as far as to believe that anyone is qualified to know what is going to happen next. Every day seems like fresh hell. Every day is a new absolute maelstrom of shite, isn't it, really? I mean, come to think of it, just really over the last 48 hours after Palestinians have returned home under a ceasefire agreement, Trump is now talking with the Prime Minister of Israel about an ethnic cleanse, and let's define that while we're at it. We might as well. An ethnic cleanse is the forcible removal of a racial, ethnic, or religious group from an area in favour of homogenous rule, or homogenous groups entering in. That's what it is. That's what he's suggesting. That's what he's kind of advocating for. Again, it doesn't matter which way you want to flip-flop, fuck it. That's what it is. There isn't interpretations of what is set. There is only a political belief, and you're either for this or you're against this. And as I say, I would very, very strongly recommend that you be against this, because fascists just don't go down well in history. I would very strongly suggest that you are against it. But if you are for it, then you're a fascist. But there is no middle ground. There is no, this isn't fascism, that isn't an ethnic cleanse. No, it is. You either own it or you stand against it. Those are your options. The world is not fooled. Thank goodness that the rest of the world seems to have a subsequently better education system than the United States of America. And vast majorities of us can see it for exactly what it is. Don't get me wrong, of course there are stupid people everywhere. There are far-right people everywhere. And being stupid tends to go very, very well with being far-right. They are stupid and they are mean, as Fran Lebowitz says. But anyway, definitions of things are what they are, and the world will continue to see them for what they are. And if you are inside the USA, at least hold on to the fact that you are intelligent enough to recognise things for what they are on paper. It's very, very sad. And my absolute empathy goes out to everyone and all of you. But if ever anybody in your life tries to deny to you that this is not a fascist rule, you can now tell them all of the points of fascism. You can read up on all of these individual points alone, and you can find exactly all of the things that he has done that qualify to be these things. It's fascism. Long story short, short story long, that's what it is. They can cower behind it all they want. They can hold their Bible up. Jesus Christ, don't get me started on that. All they want. But it's still fascism. And fascism is fucking shit. And the people that are fascists are fucking shit too.